You won't know who I am from what you perceive. But if you listen when we speak, then you will receive a glimpse of who I am. And then you'll believe and have a life of peace, because your soul is at ease. You see, our source is the essence of which this world is conceived, which means that we were here before the bird and the bee. Now if you have not guessed, I am eternity. But now if you have guessed, and you guessed correctly, that simply means we share the same destiny. To realize we are the God and Trinity that is talked about in Christianity. Now some will say that vanity will go as far as insanity. It's because they believe in Western theology. But as we see, we choose ancient Kemetic philosophy. Not to say that's the only path to immortality. That's the path for we, this life, you see, as we devote our life to helping others be free, so they in turn can reach their full divinity. And this is done because of the he in I and the I in he. Peace. And wholeness.
All right, here we go. So we were here and not here at the same time. And then we got the wrong one up. Remove you. Turn this video on. Yep. All right, there we go. We finally got the correct camera, angle. Per usual, when you're so-called one-man show, doing it all by yourself. These things takes time, you see. Nonetheless, something more. We are here and present. Welcome for another Soulful Discussion on this Soulful Sunday. All right. Let's just open this thing up quite proper like. Without sound, vibration, sound collide. Hold up, there's an echo. One moment, there's an echo. We should be able to resolve this thing. Media notification system. Okay, that should have done it. Yes. All bets are off and all sounds is down as far as the device goes. Oh, I'll check. Right on, amen. All of the above. Yes. As we now just simply set with self, is it? There's energy stirred, percolating, moving, flowing. The portal is wide open for all of your intentions, prayers, meditations, libations. Yes, all of the above. Incantations. As we make full use of this specific portal that is open. Of course, all portals. There's many portals, many vortexes, many wormholes. Yet we like to be intentional with specific portals for specific reasons, such as the Soulful Sunday's portal. And what is the Soulful Sunday's portal? It's the portal on Sunday, Soulful Sundays, where we engage in fellowship, communion with each other, inside and out, as we discuss, hence the Soulful Discussion part, discuss what we remember of the esoteric teachings, the mystery teachings, the scriptures, the sacred word, and our integration, embodiment thereof. In other words, there's a lot of information out there, YouTube, books on, mysticism and mysteries and New Age philosophy and meditation and, all of these things. With all this information out there on the surface, one would think society or the world in general will be in a different disposition than what we see going on. So evidently there's something more than just having information being put out there. You see, information. The world is full of information highway. The byways and highways of information, the internet, computers, and all this thing. So what separates those who are experiencing the suffering that they're seeing and those who are seeing the suffering but not necessarily experiencing suffering to that degree? The difference is to the degree that one is, again, integrating, embodying those teachings that we have. There are some general universal proofs, general theories out there, laws. Of course, my person's favorite is the 7 Hermetic principles, or the 7 universal principles, to who he thought. Aside from that, we each have our own connection with the all, with God, Mother, Father, God, Source, Energy, which, of course, we, in our quiet time, in our sacred space, we have an opportunity to hear, to listen. And what happens is, to the degree that as we listen and hear the intuition, the insight from our spirit guides, God, our angels, these things, to the degree that we are obedient and says, okay, we'll do that and make that a part of our life. That's what we say. That's what is implied by integration. Embodying your truth. Integrating the teaching specifically for you in your journey, and that makes the world a difference. And so again, with that, here we are, Soulful Sunday, baby, in which we look to share, communicate our experiences on our personal integration of those things that which we have come to hold to be true. So here we are, and the floor is open. And anyone have any questions, feel free to type the questions at any time. As per usual, disclaimer, when there's no one directly in the studio, and since we have shifted now so that the only people that are viewing online are those that are viewing and communicating through text. Whereas before we had the studio open, for people who wasn't able to come in personally, you can jump on this. We can have a dialogue in the studio. Like, you be on the studio, somebody be watching them wherever they are. We're here and we have a discussion that way. That is quite challenging when there are actually people inside, and then welcome. As we say, people inside, there's people inside. That becomes somewhat challenging when there are people inside and there's people on the TV that are actually watching as well. So welcome, Soulful Sunday Discussion. Just kind of sharing with those who are viewing online where we are, what's happening, Soulful Sundays.
Okay.
And this your first time to the temple itself?
It is.
So what brought you here?
I saw you had a community day, and so I wanted to check it out, but then we missed it. And so I said we're going to try to come on a Sunday and kind of check it out. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, welcome to Temple Mother Earth. And for those of you online, you get hear a recap about Temple Mother Earth as we share briefly about the space here. So just a quick overview of Temple Mother Earth, what it is. On paper, we say we're a place of higher consciousness.
Okay.
Someone who's experienced the energy of it, the feeling of it, we say it's a hippie place. It's a hippie place. It's back in the 70s, free love. That peace, baby. It's that vibe. While at the same time, it has a level of spirituality to it. So we're more like spiritual hippies or psychedelic hippies.
Okay.
Because for those who are open to it, of course, most of us resonate with that 5D, that love energy, that, we're connected. So what I do to you, somehow going to come back. So make sure that we interact that way. So that's the foundation of the philosophy of Temple Mother Earth. And to assist with that, some of us may like to, some people may choose to partake in what we call plant medicine. Mushrooms, different psychedelic aspects.
Okay.
And so basically, the house next door, there's 2 houses on the property. The house next door, the magic house, a lot of more ceremonies goes over there.
Okay.
This house, a lot more free events, public events,
Okay.
more laid back.
Okay.
And of course, the entire space is 420 friendly, for those who choose to indulge. And anything from the high end, from the psychedelic, the overnight ceremonies,
Okay.
you go in there and you have these moments, you're crying, you're purging, whether it be the combo, detox, or, just come in for a potluck. There's really no agenda. Just come in, you bring a dish, or just come in and make a donation, just fellowship, have an open discussion. Then there's those things in between. Some things are set, new moon, full moon, events like that. So that's the gist of the overall purpose of it, Temple Mother Earth. And what it looks like, again, for whoever comes to those doors, we have our arms open, our hearts open, and our minds open, because we realize that if you came to this space, you feel as though that how you perceive the world is a little bit different than most people. Sometimes you may even feel as though you may not be from Earth. You like came to Earth. You may feel foreign to this place, or like you really don't fit in. Some people call it the black sheep, or just different. And so this is a place that recognizes and honors all the differences, because we understand that everyone is a unique expression of God. Everyone's a unique expression of God. And so to the degree that we allow everyone to express themselves in their uniqueness, and then the world allow us to express ourselves. And so we come here to practice accepting unconditional love with each other so that we receive unconditional love. Of course, it doesn't always work every time, but at least we trust and believe that by being this way over the course of time, by continuing to do so, we build up different people around us, different experiences that actually reflect the love that we give out, over time. So that's generally how we roll here to Mother Earth. Welcome, and here's Soulful Sunday.
Thank you.
In which specifically we discuss more or less, it's a Sunday school that discusses science from a spiritual perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And with that being said, what's your name?
Lakeisha.
Lakeisha?
Yeah, Latrell and Gregory. I didn't know that you all had an online portion though. So you can log in online as well or come inside.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
And the idea is we would like for more people to be in-house because the energy is different when you're in-house.
Mm-hmm.
And so, online, either way is a choice. Yeah. So,
right. You can finish your lesson and then we can talk afterwards.
Well, this is a lesson.
Oh.
That's how we roll.
Okay.
That's how we roll. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Again, when you came in, we're just giving you an overview of Soulful Sundays and what we're doing. So you just came in right on time.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So with that, Lakeisha, so was it something specific about Soulful Sundays, or just come to the temple on a Sunday to see what's happening?
Yeah, just come on a Sunday to see what's happening.
Now that you see what's happening, do you wish to don't want to put you on the spot, but do you have any type of experiences like around Christianity or religion that you would like to share? For example, part of the reason my person chose to host Soulful Sundays is because growing up, it was indoctrinated in the Christian religion. And it believed in Jesus, that Jesus, I love you, you're my savior, and believe with your heart, you will go to heaven. That's what is taught in a lot of tradition today in Christianity. And my person actually believed that. And it was cool. It's cool to believe that. Then at a certain point, some other thoughts started to happen, and then for a while we was like, yeah, we believe it, but there's some other stuff, and we kind of just said Christianity is too much going on. We left it alone, sidestepping religions, and about 10, 15 years later, we realized after we got some other information, we understand the essence of what Yeshua Jesus was saying, about the connection with God, and we also understand that there's certain people, certain powers that be, that choose to put a certain slant or choose to focus on certain things that may not be the best to serve humanity. So that's why we're here. We're like, man, let's talk about this stuff. Anybody have any, feelings or resignations or, so anything like that, your experience with Christianity?
Yeah, it's about the same. Grew up in a Christian household. Yeah, and went to church on Sundays and so forth.
Right.
And then kind of got away from it, and now I'm looking for a church or some type of spirituality.
Yeah. And so in this search for church home and spirituality, what is it? What resonates with you? What perspective do you have on religion and its purpose, and who are we as children of God?
We're all children of God with some higher power, and that we're all looking to do good. So I believe in karma. You do good, you put good out there, it comes back to you, and so forth. And just being a decent, common, peaceful human being, not harming others or things and so forth. But just very, very open, very flexible, not on one particular religion, but more so a combination. So I can take a little bit of everywhere to what applies to me and use it. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. So I'm a little bit all over the place. And so I don't know if I'm going to stand in one area or not, but I'm based off of Christianity.
Right. Yeah. That resonates. Comes back to Temple on the Earth. Because some people, a lot of us are just like that. We take a little bit from the different religions because we like a little bit from, we like that, what you said about, that's a good concept.
Yeah.
And we kind of create our own relationship just based upon how we take that information, create our own connection with Source God, right? Right. Yeah. So the next question is for the youth. We got to ask you guys. What have you been? Gregory, right? Stop what you said. You're on that phone over there. So, what's your relationship? What you about church? How you feel about church or religion, if anything? Have you been exposed to it much? People talk about it now.
Yeah.
But you're like, man, you hear, but you don't really hear. You ain't got. Yeah. Feel you on that. What about you, sis? What's your name again? Latrell. Keisha Latrell. Okay. How about you? Church, religion.
Same ground with Gregory. A mixture of both.
And maybe, just maybe, just thinking back, there was one of the things that probably turned my person off from Christianity, and that was we heard the words being talked about, but then the actions, they weren't matching. There's so much hypocrite going on in church, right? And then with the hypocrite going on in church, hypocrisy going on in church, it is challenging to believe it. That's right. Well, come on in. We're gonna Soulful Sundays. You guys are, this is the essence of Soulful Sundays. Max, welcome.
Hi, I'm Max.
Lakeisha, how are you? Lakeisha.
Nah, it's all right. Everything is everything.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Yes, this is Lakeisha, Latrell, and Gregory.
Hi.
They're here for Soulful Sundays.
Have you been here before? Oh, your first time?
Yes.
Okay, what made you come here?
I started looking today, and I missed it, so I just came for Sunday.
Okay, welcome. Thank you for coming. Temple Mother Earth is a temple of higher consciousness, and we focus on the goddess within us. We create a world and life that we can create. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for gracing us. And Master Ashep is here every Sunday, for the most part. Yeah.
So yes, as you came in, we're just sharing, just so Max is new to the Soulful Sunday concept as well. Quick recap and brief. We're doing Soulful Sundays. We like to look at it as a Sunday school that talks about science from a spiritual perspective. And it is open, as we shared earlier, from all modalities, all belief systems. As Lakeisha was saying that, with her journey, same here, that we understand Christian, we raised Christian, Christianity. But yeah, at this point, we embrace some of Christianity, some of other religions, some of other teachings, and really have our own walk as a personal relationship based upon that information. And so part of the Soulful Sundays is Sunday school, not just Christian per se religion, but just religious texts, spiritual texts, and science, black energy, dark matter, quantum physics. Whatever you are, whatever your relationship, whatever you know about those things, we discuss it in such a way that we gain more clarity and is looking more to integrate what we know in real time, so that our discussion is more about how we are experiencing that which we know
And applying it.
Right. Yeah, because there's a lot of information out there. Oh, meditation does this, yoga does this, and Qigong and all these teachings and what to do. And it's full of information, saturated. However, if we're not actually taking time to see how those things manifest in our own life, it's still separate from us. And so what we're looking to do, again, Soulful Sundays, is to discuss these things, feel good, apply them, and then we come back and be open to it and discuss how we are applying the teaching so that we become growing as the embodiment, as the word of our own truth. Not somebody else's truth, but our own truth that we spend time with. So this is Soulful Sundays, which is actually two parts. This is the Soulful Discussion part. And so we got to the intellect, discussing things. We feel also, we always had the heart open. And then at 1 o'clock, around 12, but there's a transition. We go next door to the Magic House, and then we have the sound lab. So if you're available for the time That way we get the intellectual, the mastery, understanding if you choose to. And then we go just relax and see what that feels like vibrationally. And just open up to things that were shared and not shared that resonate with us. So that's Soulful Sundays in a nutshell, intellectual discussion. Then the female integration, see what that feels like. So, right. And of course, we start and end with our sound collaboration. It was already done since we was the only one here. We did it. But since now it's like a reset, you know what's happening. Let's jam for a bit, and then once we jam and everybody's, got their inner child, got they play on, and they would have a different type of play in our communication based on our openness. So we got all kinds of instruments. So feel free to get an instrument if you don't have an instrument already. There's drums here too, so we're gonna drum on something, Yeah. Jam a little bit and what comes out of the jam, baby? Yeah, you pass over here too. Yeah. Everybody's craving. You are here. So just be here. It is the way. If you say hey, it's your truth that you do what you say and how you play. It's all making that you appear from the heart. From the heart, thank God, thank God. It's just a freestyle. It's just a freestyle. As we play for a while, until we play for a while, and we feel all that is real, all that is real. Just by relaxing, and not be taxing, Just take a deep breath, and feel yourself, and all the love, that you deal with from above. It is so soft and pure, just like a dove, Let the music play, as you find your way,
Bravo! Encore!
How y'all feel?
Good job, Tribe. We rocked out for a minute. Yeah. Nice little vibe.
Yeah. It's symbolic of what we doing in the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find your place. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Sometimes we saw you playing with the damn kid. For a long time, he said, "It kept, come on now." And then you playing with me, then you find that soft, that G spot, that God spot. Yeah, that's and this experience is what my person and some of us reminded us of yesterday. Because again, that is a part of the experiences. If you're open to it, you have ceremonies, you have cycle them. Yesterday was one of those days. Shauna came up from Atlanta. He was here one time. It was actually outside. We used to play some music and in nature, and just being reminded of just that. It's right here. Everything we have is right here. It's just a matter of just allowing what is here to become one with it, and use it, and things like that. So that generally, that's my first experience. It's a lot deeper than that.
Yeah.
And we don't go too deep because we can do that. But just wanted to make that connection about part of just with life and find your way. It's all right here. So so with that, and really, because integration is big, and just wanted to just ask if anything from Max or based on, maybe share an idea about, some of the experience of what you feel, this ceremony, if you're open to it, if you're open to it, seeing how the plants consist of going further with what it is that we're aware of.
Sure. So recently, yesterday.
Very recent.
Very recent.
Still feeling it.
Yeah, the medicine is still in my body. I participated in a ceremony called ayahuasca. Are you familiar with that medicine? No.
It's a little root. Isn't that like a herbal one?
So it's a vine that they find.
Oh, no, not that one.
Yeah, not. So.
But isn't it ASHW like ashwagandha?
AYA.
Oh no, not that one.
AYA. Not ashwagandha.
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 Yeah,
No, not ashwagandha.
okay.
I got ashwagandha in my bag next door.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely good for you. Ayahuasca is psychoactive or psychedelic plant.
Got it. No, I haven't seen
Yeah, so basically, shamans, the plants told them to put these two plants together to heal humanity, like it's quench the thirst for that consuming, that I gotta have more or greed, and like it heals you physically, mentally, and spiritually. So the first time I took ayahuasca, I cried for an hour and a half, just releasing all the things that I didn't come to terms with. Anytime that I didn't feel like I showed enough heart or kindness to someone, or anything that I felt that just wasn't right and I didn't make it right. So I came to terms with that. The second time I took it, I was opened up to like a whole new sensory, like I could feel like the energy of the environment, stars, moon. It was crazy to me because it was like I never had that sensory before, but I could actually feel it. The third time it ignited a vision that inspired me to want to contribute to the world's healing. So it strengthened my resolve, and I walked out of there a lot lighter than I came in, because I came in with a lot of baggage. I was going through one of my dark phases in my life, so it was pretty amazing. And yesterday, I got stuck in my head, but I received a lot of downloads. It was a beautiful struggle. I got some like homework assignments for me to complete, to work on myself to become better. I got to sing. That was just a beautiful present for me. And I just came out, more loving and my heart more open. So it was a beautiful experience.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
For me, this was my first experience with ayahuasca yesterday. And the first thing I felt was physical releases. So, we all develop like patterns of movement and being that can serve us or not serve us, or serve us for a period of time.
Right. Seasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a lot of tightness in my neck, in my jaw, and the first thing I noticed was the ability to soften that tension, which I don't have access to all the time. So ayahuasca facilitates that connection to soften muscles that don't want to, no matter how much you massage them or think about them. It's
That's powerful.
yeah, your everyday waking consciousness just filters that out because it doesn't want to give you more pain than you can handle.
Right.
So it's almost trying to do you a favor, like
Right.
let's not deal with this right now.
Right.
Right.
So as like gentle and as good intentioned as that is, it's
Right.
like but you can't deal with the problem. You can't actually get to it. And so my journey with psychedelics has been a very physical experience, and I know people have visions and a more psychological experience, and I've had those too. But lately, my experience has been
In the body.
in the body, yeah. And what's amazing is the experience stays with you, and even a year later, you could be more in touch with that part of your body just from that one experience.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take note of it and process that. So, yeah, I don't have any chronic pain or issues now, but before my journey of healing through psychedelics and through music and through other holistic practices, I've been able to work through that. And I think the most important part of that is it's created more space in my mind. Because the mind is usually a reflection of what the body is going through, right? It can be. And for me, it created so much more space for me to access creativity and love. So that was my experience.
Right on.
Right on. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
You said something that was key, like with those light bulb moments. How the sometimes the body keeps us from feeling pain because it don't want it's protecting us from the pain. They said we're doing you a favor, we're not allowing you to feel this pain. And what happens is we realize that by not feeling that pain, we become numb to it, but it is still there.
Right.
And at some point, it will come out on its own.
Right.
And it may come out at the most inappropriate time. You must be called cool and calm and collected.
It's somebody hit
Somebody
that
say right.
special key, that trigger.
Sometimes it brings you back too. Like you 10 years later, you go back to that moment 10 years ago when something happened, and you're like, oh, this is kind of familiar. I remember this.
Yeah. So either Gregory or Lakeisha, does you're very young, but just want to ask have you maybe experienced something like that where you
Mom's look each other.
where you
That's Latrell.
oh Latrell, you're right, you could.
I mean, I work with kids, so names, like try to remember. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever experienced any like pain or discomfort? And he's like, don't worry about it. And then later on it came back even a little stronger. Maybe not. I just want to, get you involved in the conversation because, is this when you get older, these things it's different when you get older. You probably heard this 1,000 times because you have more youth, more fun, more playful energy. When you start like getting bills, you got to pay for stuff. It's different. And that different comes bring with other stuff. So you may not experience it yet, but just kind of open it up.
I can, if you want, Master Ashep, I can get let's get deep and it has the icebreaker questions.
Okay.
If you want.
Yeah, sure.
I guess I have one more thing to add before I have to go teach some piano.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I'll be back though around like 7 if you guys are still here.
Oh,
But I think when you're young, like in our culture, there's no like coming of age experience
Right.
normally. So like that's kind of what can help you avoid developing baggage. Like when you have an experience of transition from youth to being an adult.
Rites of passage.
yeah, the rite
Yeah.
of passage.
I think it's when you don't have that you can run into a lot of problems. So the fact that you're here is a beautiful choice that you made because you're supporting your growth by being here. And even if it doesn't feel like it yet, or if you don't really know what I mean yet, just your presence here is valued.
Right, you're learning all the time, whether you
Yeah.
realize it or not.
Yeah, and I'm happy you're here.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, man, you are our future, so we gotta pour into you, make sure that you're okay. You know, what you feel and what you're thinking is, that you feel good about what you feel and what you see and how you see reality. Those things are important. Yeah.
We're not going to participate in the game. We're going to head out.
Okay.
And I may come back. Not that they may not come back, but just want to make sure I kind of get more grounded with what it is. But this has been really, really nice. I like the community. I like the find your place and kind of the free flowing of it all.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you.
This is FYI on tomorrow, Monday.
Okay.
Starting at 9 a.m. is the Mastermind Microdose Mondays.
Okay.
So if you work from home and you got the time and like a WeWork plan, if you're looking for a different space to be creative in, we have both properties open. This is when we have the music going over here, a little more live here. And next door is more the library.
Okay.
You focus on your laptop and your own work, more quiet space over there. Just for people who are looking to have a different environment to work in. There's a forest in the back. Take a walk through the forest. Copper pyramid. It's sound baths at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, so twice a day yoga. So there's little events throughout the day to help you either open up more, relax, and debrief. Energetically while you get your creative juices going. And if you're open to microdosing or experiences like psilocybin mushrooms, just a little bit, not that you see in colors, but just a little microdose to help relax you to your heart space and be more creative. And then at an even time, around 6, we transition for the potluck.
Okay.
So some people work in the day, so they may come for the potluck only, or some people just be here in the daytime and don't stay for the potluck. And 1 or 2 may stay all day.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Right. And it's a small community, but we're just saying it's open if you want to come, potluck,
Yeah.
or even if you're free during the day, we'll come hang out. So it's
They
open.
have camp and stuff on the day, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the weekends they're free.
All right. That sounds good. Right. Just sharing what we're all about. Of course, go to the website, mother.org, and you'll find, something.
Thank you.
Always changing. Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, big
Nice
one,
meeting
Yeah.
Master.
Yes. Master Max. The secret is we're all masters. Right. Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's
I'd love to join your sound bath during the week.
Yeah.
The days.
Okay. Right. Yeah. And of course, by being on house, it's always, the space time is available. You're available. Hey, we in the neighborhood. We can get jump real quick. That's where we flow.
So just, what are the hours of the temple?
Generally speaking, whenever the events are on the Eventbrite. However, because it is a temple, emergencies, you want to just come out and use the space, sit down, take a breather. Usually someone is always here to, so you can use the space. And in the process of using the space based on what's happening, my person, if you're available, if you want a little one-on-one, a sound bath, mini session, we can provide that to you. So it's just all about,
Yeah, man.
we're here 24 hours officially on events, but not officially, you know, in emergency, we're here, holding space. Yeah.
Where do you live?
In the ashram in this house.
Oh, you live here?
Right downstairs in the basement.
Ah,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Only 15 minutes away.
Yeah. And I run, my person was only 12 minutes away before coming here.
Ah,
But it took 2 years to find out about this place though.
wow.
Only 12 minutes away.
Yeah.
And it was through Dr. Love, who was in Florida. He told somebody who was in Maryland about this place. Then they was coming here. They said, "Going to the place called Monroe. You want to come here?" So came with that person last year. It's like, whoa, been here ever since.
Oh man.
That's all it takes. I feel that this is going to grow.
Yeah,
I feel it.
yeah.
Yes, sir. You can bet that.
Yeah, man.
You bet your bottom dollar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Said we taking it up.
Mm-hmm. Just so you can let these folks know what's
We're
happening.
gonna send this wave across the planet.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys haven't gotten it by now, you see, you know, this is Soulful Sundays. We're at 12 o'clock. We're starting to wind down a little sooner than usual. Had some folks come through today. It was quite powerful and impactful in a short amount of time. Also, as a reminder, well, FYI, on yesterday, there was an ayahuasca ceremony, psychedelic plant medicine. And so, you know, of course, it has effects on how we're showing up today. It's the shorter time and the transition and what was talked about. And personally, baby, you know, just like any major concert, any major event, you know, still riding the waves, the vibes of the plant ceremony, the ayahuasca. It was a day ceremony. Just for those who are familiar and who may not be familiar. Generally speaking, ayahuasca is a sacred plant administered by various shamans, traditionally in the Amazon region, South America. However, because of partly because of the age of Aquarius and just the way things are, everything is opening up more. Things are becoming less secret and more open. Information, experiences. So we are able to experience and be privileged to a lot more information that was at times years past more private, more secret. And so with that, in some churches, some places, because of the freedom of religion and how open up things are above ground with their processes. And Temple Mother Earth is one of those places. Temple Mother Earth is an above ground psychedelic church. Okay. And again, with the ayahuasca experience usually is at night. With the nighttime, the melatonin, you know, the pineal gland, various activations. So it's easier to have the visions on the canvas of the night, you know, the darkness. However, as what was shared during the daytime, it's a different journey because you're wired to be up and active as opposed to more relaxed state. So when you're up and active, and then you experience so-called having the veil removed so that you can see, hear, and or feel deeper, more of the unseen about yourself, your journey. And during the day is a little different, the medicine is a little stronger. So again, we're definitely feeling vibes riding high off of that. But that being said, if you're in the area locally, want to come to the temple, we still have the sound method 1 o'clock today. Microdose Mondays on Monday, of course, the potluck. So if you're in the area, we invite you to just come on through. If it resonates, because the energy is here. You know, a lot of healing that took place. It just feels good about clarity and insight. That energy is here, which is also a reason why we're suggesting that if you're available on Sundays, come into Temple Mother Earth as opposed to, well, you know, not so much viewing, but if you want to engage in a conversation, even just want to sit and listen, just being in the environment where the energy is, to feel it, it's just different. So my person is excited, a little bit more excited than usual about feeling this daggone good. Feeling this. Oh, so delicious. You are beautiful, I.C.U. Yes, I'm not using yeah. So yeah, this is a beautiful times as we remember collectively, and then remember individually the collectiveness of us all. Yes, we came here as an individual, as a soul, as a unique expression. So therefore, we have a unique way of doing things. While at the same time, our uniqueness supports those around us in our community, or those who share a common unity. You know, a tribe, spiritual family, those things like that. And so, man, we all know what's happening. We're not going to keep on talking and talking and talking. Although we can, that's what helps you feel good. Just want to keep talking. So again, just leave you with that. Feel good. Ceremonies yesterday. Still feeling the vibes of it. We on Mastermind, Pop Luck on Monday. Game night on Wednesday. Friday, Freedom Fridays. Should be this Friday, second Friday, Freedom Friday. And then look for the new moon in July. New moon event. So those are my personal events. And yeah, until then, you know, we catch everyone in one dimension or another, one timeline or another. You know, or we'll catch you back in the source, which you won't remember because we'll all be together. Just a little joke on that. All right. Peace and wholeness to all. I'm gonna jam myself a little out here, give about a 30 second close out. Right on, I'm in and I'll check. Catch you guys next time.